I'm just thinking back to what you told me before we hit record, and that is MLOps is more important now than it's ever been. And so I want to explore that idea a little bit more. Like, why now more than before?
Vibe coding, vibe organization building. If you will allow me to expand the analogy. And the question is, what is MLOps at the end of the day, Demetrius, right?
Yeah.
One of those questions. I'm sure we get asked that every day, but I'll put it straight here rather than being mysterious about it. It's it's no different than essentially DevOps, but with extra things, right? So you have to understand that you need to break down the walls. You need to be able to think about your feedback loops in your organization. It's, as you said, validating what you're doing, right? The more organizational barriers you put in place, the worse the time you're going to get in terms of getting your feedback faster. And that is 10 times as true for ML, because now you have a little bit of research going on over here and then a little bit of production going over here. And if you let that grow into two separate things, what you'll end up with two different companies, essentially. One is publishing papers, the other one is saying, yeah, we've got a model that we made originally, but we haven't updated it since. So MLOps to me is making sure that, well, it's not about making sure, but essentially trying to undo that, to create tunnels, to create bridges, to create windows, but ultimately to melt away the distinction completely. Even though sometimes it's very, very hard because researchers got the research, and not everything in production is about ML. But what's most important is your value stream map from an idea in terms of I would like to predict something to does it actually give us the money, right? And then the shorter you can make that feedback loop, the better off your business will be, for sure. So it's about being able to iterate on your ideas, being able to validate them, and as close to the customer as possible, essentially, right? And then make those feedback loops tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter. Right.